Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Today I have got a 1100 Yamaha. I'm thinking it might be a V-Star. But anyway, the carburetors is acting up on it. It's got aftermarket exhaust on it. And according to the owner of the bike, he said that the carburetors has not been gone through. Now, the original owner, the one that he got this one from, he said has let it set up. And the carburetor's got gummed up or something, and it's just not working properly. Anyway, sit down for just a second. The chrome and all looks good on this bike. It's a nice looking bike, but there's another thing I noticed. It don't have turn signals. Where somebody has deleted the turn signals. It's got one turn signal on here, and it's kind of broke. But anyway, I'm fixing to get started on this thing. Pull the tank back off of it, and I noticed I seen a spot or two inside the gas tank. I need to talk with the guy that owns it, see if he wants me to put a liner in it. Let's see, what else? You know, I was just looking over the bike, and it's got one of them little pieces right here that's just as I can't even think. It's throttle positioning sensor, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, the bike looks in real good condition. It's just no turn signals. Anyway, I'm fixing to get started on it. Pull the tank, pull the carburetors, go through them, and I need to find out, being as how this has got aftermarket exhaust, I might need to step up one size larger on the idle jet. Anyway, I'll get in there and see what I can do first and go from there. here it is. This next day. I got the carburetors off. They wasn't too awful bad, but removing the pieces on the sides and all, and I think this is how these carburetors is put together. You got one bolt here and one bolt here, and then there's a piece that goes over it, and that was a little aggravating. Another thing I have noticed too is, let's see, where's it at? Looks like there's something missing right here. I wondered about that. Oh, and I did count the rotations on the air fuel mixture screws, and they're out 3.5 rounds. So that's definitely, you know, definitely got to get up with the owner, talk to him, and then, well, I'll just tear into the carburetors and find out what I can find out, and then go from there. Extra wires everywhere. I loosened that piece right there yesterday. I was going to get this one too, but anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and pull the bowls off, take a look inside there, and yep, I still got gas coming out of these things. Okay, well, be right back. Get over there and take the bowls off and look inside and see how come that front cylinder is not running. I even looked up into the exhaust, and the rear is smutted up, but that front, you can still see chrome inside there, and it's like, that don't make no kind of sense to me. But anyway, let me go ahead and get started on these carburetors. Okay, I have just about got this carburetor back together. Anyway, I still got the bowl to put on. I got the flukes in it. Got the bowl to put on, but before I put the bowl on, I need to go check with a friend of mine, because I'm concerned about these little shut-off valves. And for example, this bowl right here, let me get the light, maybe y'all can see what I'm talking about. Anyway, it comes in the side right here, and what it is, it's like a shut-off, and that's where your main jet is going to sit, right in here. That's where your main jet does jet, right there. It sits down inside there, and what happens is, from what I understand, when you're supposed to let off the throttle, I think it closes them valves to stop from having excess gas getting into the exhaust. But another thing I wanted to point out too, and I need to find out about that, this little jet right here, you have a little tiny spacer on it. Do not lose that spacer. And where that jet goes is right there. Already got that jet clean. Make sure it starts. It goes down. I always like to tighten it with my finger, then put the screwdriver to it and tighten it on down. That way I know for a fact I don't have the threads crossed or anything. All right, now, remember your little jet goes right there. Your smaller jet will go down inside here. Let's see, which one is it? All right, it would be this one right here. I still need to clean this jet, but it goes right there in that small hole right there. All right, and then your main jet goes right there. And you got O-rings on it. You know, this first time I really messed with a carburetor that had O-rings. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to point that out to y'all right quick, like I need to get started cleaning this, and it's getting kind of late in the day also. I already got my air fuel mixture screws put back in. I got them turned out to 3.5 rounds like it was, the way it was setting. Let's see, what else? I got everything clean, and you know, I just need to start putting everything back together. And that bowl goes on this carburetor, and that bowl goes on this carburetor. In other words, I like to keep up with everything and put everything back together the way it was. But yeah, I just wanted to point that main thing is that little spacer. I wanted to point that out because I didn't want, you know, I felt like it was important to mention that. But you know, I'm looking at that little jet right there, and that's not really deep enough. Well, it should still be in the fuel flow. Another thing that I was concerned with was the front cylinder is not running on the motorcycle. All right. And I was wondering, let's see, this is the bowl that goes to this one over here. Let's see, where's that solenoid go? There's one. Okay, there it is, right there. Now, you got a little spacer that goes on it, or a washer, should I say. A washer goes on. And anyway, let's see. Screw this on. Now, I don't have the spacer, but if you look right there, you just can see a little light right through there. And what I was wondering is the way this is in here. I know that they make a delete, you know, because, you know, this thing got aftermarket exhaust on it and all and everything. But I'm wondering, you know, the easy way of doing it to delete that would be to pull that out, because it's spring loaded in there. And I don't know, to begin with, when I first started messing with it and all, it felt like it was stuck. And I'm wondering if it was stuck up against that inside there and blocked off to where it was not getting any fuel. Now, another thing, what I need to do is find out if I can pull this out, cut it, you know, just cut that edge off to where it won't block off that right there inside here to the main jet. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be finding out here shortly, probably tomorrow, because it's a little late today, and I want to get these jets finished, get these 2 jets right here finished up, clean, put together, put the float in and all, and then I'll find out. The only thing I have left to do is put the 2 bowls on, and I'll take the carburetor up there to a friend of mine, and I'll ask him about some of this stuff that I'm not 100% sure of, but I'm wanting to find out, to where, you know, when I put these carburetors back on that motorcycle over there, everything's going to be doing and working like it's supposed to. All right, well, folks, I probably won't show cleaning these, but yeah, because this, you know, I don't want to bore y'all with, you know, cleaning jets and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll be right back. Well, folks, I got the carburetors and all back on. I cleaned the fuel lines, made sure there was nothing in the fuel lines and all, and I got a little bit of water out of this fuel line here. Anyway, I got my little gas thing up there, the hose gas for the carburetors and stuff. Anyway, long story short, guess what? These carburetors got me. This front one over here for the front cylinder, it was pouring gas. So I'm gonna have to get a rebuild kit for it. I'm thinking it's going to be the seat is the problem. The needle looked good, and then from what I could tell, it looked like, you know, everything was good on the seat. But long story short, it's flooding, and I'm gonna be checking into getting a rebuild kit for it here shortly. what I want to do is hopefully fire this thing up, get enough of that gas run down to where I can crank this thing, because I want to hear both cylinders running. Because when I first picked the motorcycle up, the only thing I heard was the rear cylinder was running. Anyway, I just have to go pull them back off and see what I can get taken care of on the needling seats. Probably put some new floats in there and all. Or, you know, get a complete rebuild kit for it. All right, well, if I can get this thing crank up, I'll let y'all hear it. But I got a feeling it's not going to crank today. But I'm going to mess around with it just a little bit more here and hopefully get it to bust off. All right, well, if I can get it to crank, I'll be right back. But if I don't, well, you know, thank you for watching.